We're not going to let you get away just yet because
Okay.
we're just going to roll the opening. Here it goes. It's time.
Okay.
You know what time it is.
Ain't no time like a Tory time.
It's a Tory time. Don't stop.
There we go.
We're going 4 wide. John Tory, elated at this segment. Let's dive in, Mayor Tory. Actually, Dina's going to drive the bus here. First off, Mayor Tory, one of the last times I saw you yesterday was your video message regarding St. Patrick's Day. Quick question: what happened to the drink you were holding once the camera stopped
I will
rolling?
tell the truth here, and Sid, I could get in trouble for this, but it was poured at about lunchtime because that's when we did the taping. We didn't do it yesterday; we did it a couple of days earlier, and that's why I was not wearing my green tie. And I said that you can't let a good Guinness go to waste like that. So I'm sure I'm going to be now in trouble for violating 17 rules. I brought it back to my desk. I continued to work. I continued to do my job, and I had it on my desk, and I drank it as my lunch.
Well,
that
of course
day.
you did. St. Patrick, yes.
I did participate in a meeting with a couple of council colleagues, and I held it up and said, look, I just want to confess to this right now, just in case you see me take a sip of it, which I was trying not to do because we were on some kind of a Zoom call. But that's what happened to the Guinness. It did not go to waste.
Good call, Mayor Tory.
I love
Good
it
call.
how as soon as we cue the Tory time clock, it's just confessional time with Mayor Tory. It's the best thing ever. Speaking of, let's keep that theme going. It is National Awkward Moment Day. So we thought this is the day to celebrate our awkwardness. It happens to all of us, sometimes on live TV. Sid Sixero, would you like to share first?
Well, there's 2 things. There's one I constantly do, and hopefully, and I don't think I've done it yet. And Mayor Tory, I'll ask you: have you ever been on camera with your fly down? Ever?
Not that I could think of, but fortunately, most of the time, people don't even know if I'm wearing pants. So,
Well, especially lately, yes, correct. So I have done that.
I have had. You can imagine this. I've had my fly down on many occasions when I've been out with television cameras on me, not on a set. And one of my, staff members, oftentimes a young woman, have had to kind of start to do these gestures, and you wonder why are they gesturing? They're kind of, pointing, but they don't want to point at exactly the place that is a problem, and they're trying to get my attention. So that has happened more than once.
Okay, is that your story, Sid?
No, one is fly. My fly's been down plenty of times on national TV. Thankfully, no one noticed. Secondly, I once did an interview with Scotty Bowman, legendary Hall of Fame head coach in the National Hockey League. He's won 9 cups, but I said in the interview about 6 times he'd won 8 cups. After the 6th time, I go, Scotty Bowman, 8-time Stanley Cup winner. He yells out the following: "It was 9."
Oh man, being
That was
corrected.
my awkward moment.
That's not that bad.
That was my awkward
In talking to everybody, I have so many awkward moments, like every day of my life, on air, off air. I just got reminded of one, Mayor Tory, as you were talking, and I Google searched it. Okay, so you and I were both in casts at the same time, remember? Well, I had a sprained ankle, and you had the boot cast on. That's not what's awkward, even though I'm awkward and clumsy. What's awkward is your team was kind enough to post this photo. If we zoom into my armpit, this was a translucent shirt, a transparent shirt. If you zoom into my armpit, you will see a paper towel stuck up in there. And the reason why, hang on.
Yeah, you do it.
Hang on.
No,
it's right
I
here.
want to see this.
It's right here. Now, the reason why is because I sweat profusely on the show. So I'm all like, hey, same seas. Oh, no, the paper towel in my pits was captured forever, and it's now on the interweb.
I would never have been looking there, and therefore would not have noticed.
Oh, nice, Mayor
Great
Tory.
answer, Mayor Tory.
That's a great answer. Great answer.
I will say to Sid's story, I as a person in public life, I sit next to people and on more than one occasion, not too many, but I have sat with people at a dinner for like 2 hours and called them by the wrong name, and then afterwards they say, well, how'd you like sitting next to Sid? And I said, well, his name wasn't Sid, it was Frank. And they said, no, it was Sid. And I said, no, it was Frank. And then of course I look it up and it was Sid. And after the whole of the 2 hours, they, well, how's it going, Frank? And the people just play along, like they don't. I think they're sort of embarrassed to correct me, so they just say nothing, and that is, you just feel so badly afterwards. But
you meet so many people. That's the thing, right?
Mayor Tory, have you ever, because when we're talking about live TV, you've done several interviews, other than the fly down and the gesture thing, because to this day I get haunted of this story for me, and I've been on the show off and on for like 9 years, and people still say, hey, remember that time with the orange juice?
Yeah, I did.
The orange juice. Do you know the story, Mayor Tory?
No.
Nia Vardalos, my big fat Greek wedding fame, yes? She co-hosted the show.
Yes.
At that point, we had an orange juice sponsor. Had is the key here. I talk with my hands. That's why I'm purposely sitting at a desk. Boom. orange juice down near Verdalis's clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She had to continue the rest of the show with an orange juice stained shirt. It didn't happen just once, Mayor Tory. It happened twice. I once smashed a glass on Frankie Ferragini
Yes.
with orange juice. Let's just say they're no longer our sponsor.
It's true. And you know
When
what?
I've done these debates, political debates, including on City TV, I never take water, and people wonder why not. Because don't you need water if you're going to debate for 2 hours? And the sole reason I don't take it, well, there's two. One, I don't want to knock it over, and it would be less messy than orange juice. But secondly, I don't want to get into that moment in the middle of a debate when you actually have to go to the bathroom like really badly. And what do? You just say, "Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom now."
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
just don't drink water.
I'll
I
answer
just
your
don't
transit
drink it.
question
But
later. I got to pee.
Yeah,
kind of
we
thing.
just showed a clip.
My greater fear is knocking it over and just creating as you say, an awkward moment, shall we say.
You know what? I just realized a lot of this was about like bodily fluids, zippers, peeing, perspiration. And speaking of I gotta pee, how did that guy, remember that clip that went viral? He didn't know he was on air. Was it a morning show? Said we just showed
No,
it.
it's Fox News.
And how
I
did-
gotta pee.
I gotta pee.
I had one like that, I'll tell you, and you've all had this maybe with ultrasound, but I had to have an ultrasound. And they said drink all this water, and then I drove myself to the ultrasound, and by the time I got there in front of the clinic, I had to pee so badly
Yes.
that I just pulled the car up on a busy street right in front of the thing and left it there. And there was a parking guy there, and he said, "You can't leave your car here." I just said, "I gotta go," and I ran upstairs, and I showed up at the clinic, and I sort of said, "I need to be tested now." And they said, your appointment, what time's your appointment? Well, it's at 9 o'clock or whatever. It was 10:02. And they said, well, you can't go to the bathroom and then have your appointment. It was a bad scene. I had
Been there.
geez.
Oh, wow.
Been there. Same test. I feel you. My bladder bro. Hashtag. Okay. Thank you so much, Mayor Tory. We always love sharing some Tory time.
Have a great day.
day.
Talk to you
Tory.
later. Bye.
Devo Brown, any awkward moments? I feel like you haven't had any. Oh, you have.
No, never.
Saying Massachusetts and shot in the dark. Challenge for
Awkward
Devo
for you.
Brown.
I didn't care. I was like,
Yeah.
whatever, man. No big deal. Good
Yeah.
morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Sounds like a bunch of monsters at work here.
What?
Yeah, it does. Oh, it's a bad segue.
Oh.
So that was awkward because
Okay.
you wouldn't get what
Yeah.
I'm
That
talking
was-
about.
yeah, that was a little
Coming
awkward.
up in entertainment, awkward also, you got the mock, I got the turtle, the full.
You're wearing it, as
So
usual,
do
you're
I.
wearing it better than
No,
me.
I don't
So
know.
do I,
Yes.
Dee.
Oh, yeah, everybody,
Stop it.
Everybody
Mock,
keeping their
mock.
necks,
Wow, look at
necks
this.
warm today.
Devo's wearing it better. Devo's wearing it better. 100%.
Okay. You can't tell where my beard ends and the turtleneck starts. Look at that, right?
Just
there it is. It's
One long piece of cloth on your
This is all
face.
good.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the shirt that goes all the way up to your face.
That's cool,
Okay,
actually.
coming up, Monsters, Inc.
Yeah.
Remember the film? They're going to do a spin-off show, a series called Monsters at Work. We're going to give you a first look at it and tell you the big names that will be a part of this as well. That's why I said the Monsters at Work.
Movie, by the way.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.